promoting other people's products, and the reward for actually promoting other people's products is commission. So when it comes to affiliate marketing, there are three important factors, three important components, and they are the merchant or the vendor, the affiliate network, and the affiliate. And I'm going to explain. The merchant or the vendor is the owner of the product which people can come on to promote. This merchant or vendor lists their product on the affiliate network for one particular reason, which is to aid better distribution of their product and help them generate more revenue. Meanwhile, the affiliate network is an intermediary between the merchant and the affiliate, which is like the reseller of the product, and the affiliate network coordinates the activities, makes the product available for the affiliate, and most importantly coordinates the payment. In most cases, the affiliate network would split the payment between the merchant, which is also the vendor, and the affiliate. And the affiliate can also be known as the publisher. So the affiliate has a website or a social media account whereby they go all around to promote other people's products that aligns with their personal brand. And in every situation, these products that affiliates want to promote should help their prospects achieve a certain goal or solve a particular problem. And when affiliates successfully promote other people's products, which is like the merchant's product on an affiliate network, they get rewarded for it, and their reward is called commissions. So let's talk about the Selar Affiliate Network. The Selar Affiliate Network is an affiliate marketing platform that gives people access to sell digital products, physical products, courses, memberships all across the world. And with the Selar Affiliate Network, affiliates can come on and pick the products of merchants and sell to people across the world. And on the Selar Affiliate Network, there are a lot of products that have been well filtered out for affiliates to promote. And the very important thing to note is that these products are of high quality. And beyond that, affiliates now have the opportunity to promote their products all across the world. That is, they can promote to people in Rwanda, people in Afghanistan, and even down to Canada or the United States. And beyond that, affiliates can also earn in whatever currency that they choose to earn in on the Selar Affiliate Network, which ranges from like the US dollar, the Great Britain pounds, Tanzanian shillings, Kenyan shillings, Ghanaian cedis, Nigerian naira. All I'm saying is it's not limited on Selar. There are limitless opportunities when it comes to selling affiliate products on Selar. And beyond that, anyone in any country across the world can actually sign up on the Selar Affiliate Network at affiliates.selar.co and get paid into their local bank account, their PayPal account, or any of their preferred payment method. So when it comes to receiving your affiliate commissions or payouts on Selar, it's so fantastic that you can get paid out the next day. I mean, within 24 hours of making a sale if you are in Nigeria. However, if you are outside Nigeria in a country like Ghana, Kenya, the US, your payment might take between 4 to 10 days, but your payment is processed as soon as it is available to you. And what might delay your payments coming through in these other countries would be like the payment processors. And that's why like it might take up to 4 to 10 days, but your payment is readily available from the moment you make a sale. At Selar, we are very, very interested in your security. And that's why we brought about the Know Your Customer verification process, whereby you have to update us with your personal details so as to curb any sort of fraud on the network. So whether as a merchant or as an affiliate, you have to verify your identity before you get paid out. But there's no problem at all with that. As long as you are a real person and you're doing everything legitimately, you're going to get paid out as soon as you complete your KYC verification. So how much does it cost to use the Selar Affiliate Network? The Selar Affiliate Network has a yearly fee of 2,000 Naira or $6. However, you can pay in your local currency anywhere across the world in the equivalent of $6. To sign up on the Selar Affiliate Network, head on to www.affiliates.selar.co and get started right away.
This is Uzoma. He's a course creator. He sells ebooks and makes roughly $2,000 monthly from his course sales. Do you know where he hosts his courses, ebooks, and digital products? Selar. He even built sales pages with Selar Page Builder. Now this is Aluna. She's a freelance corporate and she has customers in the UK and USA. She even gets paid at least $1,000 for her services and gets the platform she processes her payment with. Selar. Now this is Kwame. He is an affiliate marketer and actively promotes Aluna's course using the swift and easy to use affiliate marketing feature on Selar. In fact, he just joined the affiliate network where he has access to thousands of courses he can promote. Why aren't you selling on Selar? Everyone is selling on Selar, but you. Sign up on Selar today.
Hello everyone, good evening. That's if you are streaming from Lagos, Nigeria or GMT +1 time code. My name is Tito Wachoko. I'm currently the video editor at Selar and I want to welcome you to this wonderful webinar. Just to confirm, I like the fact that we have the comment section. So please, if you can hear me and if you can see me, if you can see and hear me, please mention it in the comment section so I can know that I have us here, just to check if you can hear me. And you can also put in the comment section where you are watching from, where you're streaming from, what nation, whether you're streaming from Kenya, Nigeria, Nairobi, where you are streaming from, so we can all understand and see where we are. So today's good evening, Chinwendu, good evening, Kamal Beauty, good evening, Daniel. Thank you, Chinwendu, for the feedback. My name is Tito, and we're going to be having a wonderful session today. Please also don't forget to put where you are streaming from, what nation, what city that you are streaming from. And also don't forget to share the link with your friends. We are trying to get as many people to join this webinar so they can learn so much about how to run effective Facebook ads. So we're trying to get a lot of people. I can say, okay, Kamal Beauty, you can hear me. Fresh Mom, you can hear me. Wonderful name. Okay, Chinwendu is streaming from Abuja. Favor is streaming from Nigeria. I'm also streaming from Nigeria. Nice to have you on this webinar, right? So please, one thing I'll ask us to do is that I would like us to share this link to our friends, our families, people that you think will benefit. If you know somebody that has been struggling with running Facebook ads, if you know somebody that has issues, because this is going to be a very insightful session. This is a session where we are going to learn a lot. And I implore us, if we have writing materials, if we have notepads, if we have, even if it's digital or virtual, let's ensure that we get the best out of this session. And even if you are going to be streaming, maybe I'm going to be playing the pre-recorded version or the recorded version, ensure that at meetings, at webinars like this, we must come attentive and ready to get all and get the juice. Philip says you can hear me. The Midaya Smith TV from Lokoja, beautiful. Agatha Yvonne is streaming from Benin Republic. Shola from Ibadan. Wow, we have a full house. Ngozi is streaming from Abuja, Nigeria. Philip from Nigeria. I see that a lot of us are ready. So right before I call on the speaker, Oyekunle Damola, we're just going to have a very short break, just 2 minutes. And when we are back, we'll jump and dive right into the session. So please get yourself ready. Like I said before, let's get ourselves ready to get all from our speaker. So we'll have the...
When life gives you lemons, create an online course on how to make lemonade and sell it on Selar. This lemonade was sweet, self.
What if you have all the tools you need to host and sell your online courses in one place? No need to build expensive website or get external plugins and software anymore. Imagine everything you need in one place. Don't you want that right now? Introducing Selar Pro Plan. Selar Pro Plan. With Selar Pro, you can host up to 15 courses and have unlimited video file storage, build unlimited sales pages that can boost your sales, upsell and cross-sell your digital product to increase revenue, deliver your courses bit by bit with drip courses, sell to your international customers with Stripe and PayPal, get a free storefront to display all your courses to your customers. Quickly go to www.selar.co/pricing and pick a plan today. Use the coupon code GoPro10 to get a 10% discount on your first month.
Welcome back, guys. Right, so right about now, we're adding our speaker for today, Mr. Damola. If you know anything about him, he has trained over 3,000 plus people. That's quite an impressive resume. So right about now, he's going to be joining the stream. So ensure that you are focused, like I said. Oh, hi, Damola. Good evening. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I see that you're ready.
Perfect.
You came ready for us today. Right?
Yeah. Definitely.
I did also. Is it raining where you are? Because it's raining somewhere around where I live.
No, it's not actually. This place is pretty silent.
So from now, I'm just going to hand ourselves to you, and then you're going to have the conversation. And then after the session, we're going to have questions. So that's basically the rundown. So over to you, sir. Let me go and get my notepad too, because
Definitely. Definitely. Hi everyone. So good. So amazing to be here. Super appreciative of the Selar guys for hosting this webinar. Now, this webinar is going to be a very, very interesting and interactive webinar. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Oyekunle Damola. I'm a digital marketing consultant and the creator of Facebook Ads Accelerator. I teach people how to make more money online using digital marketing techniques. And for this webinar, I'm going to be showing you how to run Facebook ads campaign for boosting digital products and sales. Most importantly, I'm going to be focusing on two specific things. First are the mistakes that can make or break your business when running ads. And the second is how to get better at Facebook ads. So I'm going to be doing these two things together. Right after that, we're going to have what I call my rapid fire question and answer session, because I would love to answer as many questions as possible before we run out of time. So before we get started, let me get a 9 in the comment section if we are ready to dive right in. Let me get a 9 in the comment section if we're ready to dive right into the program. I have quite a bit of things available for you guys today. You guys are going to learn so much. This is going to be an amazing class, super amazing class. I'm going to be uncovering most of the kind of mistakes people make when running ads that make them come online and they're like, oh, my ads are not running, or oh, Facebook ads doesn't work for me and all of that. Okay, amazing. We've started having some 9s coming. Tito, Shola, all of you, welcome. Super glad to have you guys here. So let's quickly dive right in. I do not want to waste our time. So we're going to pick the first mistake people make when trying to run Facebook ads. The first mistake is having no clear plan. Now, this sounds a bit on the nose. It sounds like something everybody should know, but most people, when they're trying to run ads, they don't have a specific plan in mind. For example, you're selling digital products, and for the purpose of this webinar, I am only going to focus on digital products, not e-commerce, nothing else. So you want to sell digital products. The first thing you should do is to figure out how you're going to handle things like your payment processing and all of that. You cannot just run ads without knowing all those things. Once you start setting all those things up, it's actually going to give you some sort of yardstick to start preparing every other thing. So that leads right into the second mistake picking the wrong ads objective. So say I want to run a digital product. I want to run ads for a digital product. The first thing I'm going to ask myself, what are the type of ads I want to run? Do I want to run engagement ads, or do I want to run ads directly for sales? Do I want to run ads that are going to bring people to Messenger? Most people just pick up maybe Instagram and they just hit the boost post button, or they just go on Facebook and follow something someone thought without actually having a clear plan. You need to know exactly what you want to do. For example, if you sell digital products but you don't have a website, I would advise you to just use Instagram to run your ads, because you will have a better sort of results. But if you have a website or you are sending people to a landing page like Selar, you should definitely use the Facebook ads platform and select the conversion objective. The conversion objective is you telling Facebook that you want Facebook to show your ads to people who are most likely to take an action, e.g. buying a product. So are you seeing how that links together? You need to know what you want to do, what you're actually heading for. If you don't have a website on the other hand and you're running ads for, say, Messenger, for example, the copy for the ad you're going to promote, for the post you're going to promote, has to say something like, want to learn more about this? Hit the DM button or DM me so. I'm sure if you guys see my posts, for those that follow me, you notice I usually add call to actions like that. There's a specific reason for that. You saw that if I want to promote that exact post, I can easily just promote it. Clear action, clear plan. You always need to have a clear plan. Let's go to number 3, no pixel setup. Now for this one, this is for people that have websites. What's a Facebook pixel? A Facebook pixel helps track everything a person does on your website. Now, why do you need it? You need it because that pixel is going to tell Facebook the kinds of people that actually buy your product or service. Now, this is very, very important because you want Facebook to be able to help you optimize to make more sales. So without having the pixel set up, Facebook is not going to be able to optimize for you. Again, this is just for people who have websites. You need your pixel set up. Now, I'm purposely picking all these things, all these examples, because I want you to have them at the back of your mind, even if you're just starting Facebook ads. If you know these things, it's going to stop you from the pitfalls that you can potentially meet in front, which is why I am covering them. The fourth one, poor audience targeting. For most of the people who run ads, this is the major mistake that people make: poor audience targeting. Now, when you set up your targeting, you have a couple of options, right? You have things like your demographics, that's the age group, the gender, and all of that. All of these are things you actually have to, again, back to the first one, no clear plan. Take, for example, you sell a digital product that's something about, let me just give a very interesting example, making childbirth easy. You write an ebook on how to make childbirth easy, how a woman can enjoy a childbirth. So you set up the ad, and then what most people do, they just leave the whole targeting option blank. Maybe they will set up a targeting option like maybe pregnancy or something. That's super terrible. What are the kind of things you should do? You should slim fit with things like the age group. You have an age group of 18 to 65. We know that most of the people that get pregnant usually get pregnant within the age of 24 to, let's say, 40-ish. Why shouldn't you be targeting just that exact age range? After all, it's not charity. You're trying to make money. You're trying to reach out to the exact types of people. So you select the exact age range that rhymes with the kind of product you're targeting. Same thing with gender. Why should you be selecting male and female? It should just be female, because of course, men can definitely buy the product for their wives if they see it, but the percentage of men to women is super low. It means that if you're acquiring a female customer for, let's say, $20, you probably be acquiring a male customer for $40. Those are the kind of mistakes, the most common mistakes people make in targeting. Then, of course, you also have other things like actually selecting the interest that rhymes with what you are looking for. I can't go too in-depth into that, but very importantly, you guys need to focus on researching and selecting the right demographic. Now, somebody in the comments says she can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Are we still together so far? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's move on. Another reason why people fail at Facebook ads, this is also a very common one, which is terrible ad creatives. Now, this is what I want you to think of, guys. You know, when you're scrolling through Facebook or you're scrolling through Instagram, and then you see some sort of ads that just pops up, it interrupts whatever it is you are actually doing. Now, think about how you feel when you see some of those ads, especially the ones that look super terrible. You look at them and you just scroll past. But the problem is when you want to set up your ads and you do the exact same thing. There is no miracle that is going to make people buy your product. Facebook ads is just an engine. It's a traffic source. At the end of the day, you are sharing your ads to other fellow human beings like you. So you have to make sure your ad creative actually makes sense. The cheat mode, the trick I usually use, especially when I can't even think of anything to design, I just use my picture. I snap a fine picture and I put it there. Yes, it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact thing you're promoting. It can be a picture of yourself. It can be a video. Totally fine. It is better than going to Canva and whipping up one ugly looking graphics to sell your product. Take it from me. Another example I've seen a couple of people use are using things like memes. They use memes or they use GIFs. Again, it just has to be a bit congruent with the messaging. It doesn't have to be the exact thing. You don't have to design one kind of beautiful banner for your products. Okay, so make sure your ad creative is the kind of that's whether it's the creative or the copy or whatever. Make sure it is something that if you see it, you would actually want to buy the product. Remember, you are advertising to other fellow humans like yourself. The next one on the list is not testing different ads. Somebody was asking a question. Let's have the questions after the class. Okay, I'm going to make sure we have a whole lot of time for Q&A, so I'm not covering too much in the actual lecture. The next option we have is not testing different ad types. When you're trying to run ads on Facebook, there are different types of ads you can run. You can run an image ad, you can run video, you can run carousel. Different types. Now, most people stick to a single type. I would always advise you to use different types to see how they would work. Okay, for some of them, take for example, I have Facebook ads courses. Some of my videos or some of my ad creatives are just videos of me showing behind the scene of my program. Others are me actually talking. Some are just my picture. Okay, so I test different ones to see the ones that work best. Some are screenshots of testimonials. Some are carousels of testimonials. You should always test. One thing is not always going to work. So this part is very, very important. You should always test. Now, another mistake people make is running too many ads on a tight budget. Say you have, when people want to run ads, for example, they might be like, oh, I want to test 3 ads, I want to test 5 ads. And then they put up a budget of about $5 a day. Now that $5 is going to be divided by the amount of ads you are running and also still further divided by the 24-hour period. As you can see, that money is barely going to do anything. If you're spending between $5, $10 a day, by the way, feel free to convert this into Naira currency. It's roughly the same thing. If you're spending at $5 to $10 a day for a campaign, I would advise you to not run more than 2 or 3 ads, 3 ad stops to test to see the winner. Very, very important. Another mistake is running too little ads. So that's the opposite of running too many ads. So you set up a campaign and you just run a single ad. Here's the thing. Everything is not always going to work. In fact, I created a post about this recently where I talked about how what gurus don't tell you is that they test a lot before they are successful. This happens in most ad campaigns, if not all. It's not the first set of audience that a person sets up that's just going to work miraculously. Same thing with the ad. It's not the first ad you create that is going to just suddenly blow. All right. So you have to actually test multiple ads. That's why I said you should test like 2 or 3. When you see the winner, you can then switch off the rest so that the winner can get most of your budget. But you should always test. Next one on the list is actually what I just finished covering, not testing enough. Now, this is what usually happens when people run ads. They set up the ad, They spend 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. They don't make any money. And then the next thing you hear is Facebook ads is not working. It did not work for me. I spent a lot of money. But here's the thing. You're not a soothsayer, neither can you see into the future. So you can't necessarily know the exact type of audience or the exact ad creative that is going to work. So it's always advisable for you to test different audiences, different interests. What I like to do is I like to break my interest. When I'm using interest targeting, I break them into different campaigns, into different ad sets to be specific. So I'm testing all of them to see which one is actually bringing sales. Now, this is the importance of the pixel that I mentioned before, because the pixel helps you to track sales when you set it up correctly. So you're able to test different things and then see the winner. Even if you're running the ad from Instagram, this time you're going to have to do your test manually, which means you run the first one, see if it works. If it doesn't work, you kill it, you try another one, and then you just keep doing that until you see the winner. Now, this brings us to yet another mistake people make when running ads: scaling too fast. Now, this is actually a pretty popular mistake that happens when your ads are doing well. So let's give an example. Say you're running an ad at $10 a day and the ad is doing super well. So the $10 a day ad, let's assume it is bringing you $100 daily. So you invest $10 and you make $100. The next thing most people do is, oh, if I'm spending $10 and I'm getting $100, let me spend $100. I'm going to make $1,000. What ends up actually happening is that they spend the $100 and then they just suddenly stop making anything. That's because you are scaling the wrong way. So as a beginner, what I usually advise when you want to scale an ad that's working is increase your budget by 10 to 20%. Very important. Increase your budget by 10 to 20% daily. Now, what time should you do that? Try to increase your budget between 6 a.m. to, let's say, 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. Why is that? So that you're giving Facebook the whole, well, roughly at least 18 hours or something to optimize the ad. So you always want to do your optimization, your scaling in the morning. So when you want to go from $10 to $100, you scale by 10 to 20% daily until before you even hit the $100, you probably would have burnt out the audience and we need to test other audiences. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other scaling techniques which I can cover. For example, you can use the option of duplicating that ad, the profitable ad, and just increasing the budget. There are also other options like taking the same ad that is working and then showing it to other audiences. So take, for example, let's assume I am running an ad and I am targeting digital marketing and I'm spending $10 a day and the ad is doing amazingly well. So I know the actual ad copy itself, the creative, they are all perfect. So what am I going to do? From that $10, I can decide to create 4 different campaigns. And then for each of those campaigns, for one of them, I can target social media marketing. For another campaign, I can target email marketing, and on and on and on. Automatically, I've gone from spending $10 to $50 without killing the first one. So that is very important. Those are the different ways. That's horizontal and vertical scaling. Those are like the quick basic ways you can scale your ad. Now, something important. When you're scaling from 10 with the old 10%, 20% per day, if the ad suddenly stops working well, and this is advanced tactics, if the ad suddenly stops working well, crash the budget. Very important. You can just reduce the budget immediately. Reduce it back to where it was working perfectly, and you should be able to keep getting your steady results. Very, very important. So those are the mistakes I want to cover. I want to open the floor now to the question and answer session, because with the question and answers, I'll be able to expatiate and actually tackle individual problems. So there is already a question somebody asked before. Can I set a pixel for my landing page? Yes, you can. Once you have a landing page, automatically you can set up a pixel on it. So for example, Selar has an option to actually install your Facebook pixel in it. So that's an option to also consider, of course. So let's have questions, guys. Let's have questions in the comment section. Something important to note. Let me quickly give you guys this tip when running ads. If you're ever running any ads campaign, again, this time I'm talking for people who use a laptop to run ads. You're using your laptop or desktop, as the case may be. You should always run two types of campaign. The first campaign will be going out to your cold audience. The second campaign will be going out to your warm audience, to people who know you already. Very, very important. You should always have those two campaigns running. For location, how do you select it? You know what? Let's make this interesting. I'm going to share my screen and quickly show you that. I was updating my course today and I actually covered that for some people. So let's see. Guys, let me know in the comments if you can see my screen. Let me quickly show you guys how this works. Because there's something very, very tricky I want to show you guys when it comes to location targeting. Of course, this is a bit out of digital products, but I'm actually very excited to show you this. Can you guys see my shared screen? By the way, I'm using two screens so that I can see the chat and also share my screen. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, okay, perfect. So here's how location works. First thing you want to make sure you do is select people living in this location. So you're selecting that exact location, right? This is the ad set level. Now for the location itself, you have, let's say, for example, you can decide to target Nigeria. You can decide to target other countries. Another option is to target specific states. You can target specific states by entering Lagos, for example. But the last option I actually came to the back end to show you is the selection of specific cities, specific locations, geographical locations. For example, you might want to set up your ad to only show to people in Lekki Phase 2. So what you want to do to make things easy, first off, of course, you have to scroll down to this place, to your ad set level, and then select, make sure you centralize it, and you click on drop pin. So you drop your pin directly on the location you want to target. Notice it opened this super wide radius. What you want to now do is reduce it. So I can reduce it to like 3, which covers Lekki Phase 2. You can do this exact same thing for multiple locations. So let's say I want to target Lekki Phase 2. I'll click drop in, add Phase 1 also. Do the same thing, reduce it a bit. That is how to select location. So let's quickly go back to the other questions. What do you advise someone with a limited budget to do? So by default, you should be spending at least $5 a day. At least. You should be spending at least $5 a day on ads. But if you're going to do the exact technique I teach, which is running 2 ads, one for cold audience, one for the warm audience, that's people who already know you, you probably have to be spending roughly $5-6. $5 for the first one, $1 or $2 for the second one. Anthony says, which card is working and how do you make your funding possible? So in my case, I have multiple accounts. I have Naira account and dollar account. If you do not have a Naira account, a Naira prepaid account, you should create one. I'm going to create a video on that maybe sometime next week, but you can create a Naira account. For funding, again, with a prepaid, you fund with any card you want and you're totally fine. The other option for the dollar, I have a DOM card. Just walk into the bank, request for a domiciliary account, and collect the card for it. Next question. What do you advise someone who wants to do ads for the first time to look out for? I would advise you to actually take a Facebook ads course. There are actually cheap Facebook ads courses out there. You'll see ads courses $3, $5, 3,000 naira, 5,000 naira, as the case may be. You should also go through YouTube and digest as much as you want, because it is super easy to waste money on Facebook ads. I would advise you to learn first. Don't try to pay somebody to do it for you. Learn first and then start running ads. Next person says, Meta ads now block my ads, unlike Facebook ads. They block the same ads and design I've been running for months. What could be the cause? So usually it might just be their what's it called? Their algorithm, their AI just bugging. It happens. On the other hand, it might be that you've flagged something somewhere. Again, this is actually another video I'm supposed to create. When I create, I'm going to announce it, what to do when Facebook keeps flagging your ads. Now, quick tip, always make sure you delete any ads that they flagged. If they are flagging, delete it completely and start afresh. In this case, you can use the example I told you, which is using your human face. Use your human face and then just use a random default text that you're sure doesn't go against their policy. That way you're testing to see whether Facebook will approve it or not. If they don't approve it, you probably should just abandon that ad account. It means that they're going to keep flagging any ad you create on that ad account. It's a problem. It's a normal problem, but it is what it is. Okay. Suggest good sites for building catchy landing pages. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the beauty of a landing page is based on the person that's actually using it. All right. Selar, for example, have a landing page option, and I have seen some beautiful landing pages people have created with it. So I think it's a bit relative. Personally, I use Thrive Architect, which is connected. It's a WordPress plugin. So that's what I use. Some people use Elementor, some people use Lead Pages, some people use ClickFunnels. So you can just look at costs and ease of use and stuff like that to make your decision. So let's have the next question. What's the best advantage to run Facebook ads for my book, school, or products? All of the above. Run ads for all of them. All of them work for ads. Totally fine. For getting good conversion, what types of ads should you run? You should run conversion ads. Okay? Run conversion ads. That's the type of ad to run. Remember to also set up your retargeting ad so that people who do not buy your product, when they first see your ad, would actually come back to buy it. I mean, once you click on my page or like my post or something, you start seeing my ad. Most of those ads are retargeting ads. Once you mistakenly land on the sales page, I would retarget you for like 15 to 30 days or something. So yeah, that's the type of ad to run. How can I set up a Facebook pixel on a form that collects details before it's directed to the landing page? So usually for this option, you actually need a bit of coding knowledge. You have to set up the form to fire. That's the submit button. You have to set up a JavaScript event for it to fire. There's also an option called Events Manager or something, Events Tool or something. It's under Events Manager though. You have the option to manually set that up. Without coding knowledge, you'll be able to do that. Of course, the form has to be on your website. That's on your landing page. That's the only way you can do that. What happens if you scale from $10 to $100 at once? So basically, let me explain how the audience pool works. So you set up an ad, you select your interests, or whether it's lookalike or whatever it is, and you have 1 million people in that pool. Out of the 1 million people, you would have selected an objective, let's say conversion objective. Facebook is going to look at the 1 million people and be like, okay, out of these 1 million people, maybe it is 90,000 people that have a higher chance of converting. So they're going to start sharing your ads to the 90,000 people with your $10 a day budget. When you scale to $100, Facebook has to spend that money. So what's Facebook going to do? Automatically, they're just going to increase the pool from the 90,000 to potentially 200,000, 500,000 to fit your budget. So automatically, it's no longer as targeted as it was before, which means that you're not going to get the exact same results. Your cost per acquisition will just skyrocket immediately. But when you are scaling gradually, It basically means you are giving Facebook a bit of time to acclimatize with the new set and find people. So that is why you have to scale gradually. The other option, again, as I said, is scaling with audiences, different audiences. So that's also boils into the whole testing different audiences and all of that. Again, if you're a pro, you can actually go from the 10 to 1 to 100 or whatever, because I do that sometimes, especially when I'm rushing. But when you're doing that, you'll be monitoring at a way closer angle. I mean, you'll be checking the ads every 3 hours to see whether the ads is going well or not. So it is super important for you to know that. Let's have the next question. What would you advise someone in Nigeria that is targeting UK or US? Well, two important things. Number one, their culture is different from ours. But the major thing you should know is that the cost per impression, per 1,000 impression, when you're targeting UK, US is completely different from when you're targeting Nigerians. Now, just to put it into perspective and use easy to understand figures, when you set up an ad in Nigeria, a conversion ad, you'll be paying roughly 20 cents. That's $0.20, $0.30, $0.40 per click. When you're setting up ads and you're running to UK, US, you can be paying as high as $1, $2 per click. So that automatically means that you are going to be spending way more. So if you're targeting UK, US, make sure you're selling a high ticket product, you've built a funnel and all of that, something that fits their own nationality and all of that. Very, very important. So it is more expensive. That's the first thing to keep in mind. Okay. Shola says, having problem with payment issues with all Nigerian cards, how can you solve it? Open a Naira prepaid account. That's all you can do, really. That's pretty much it. Open a Naira prepaid account. That's the only solution. The other option, which is a bit expensive, is you can actually use a dollar card to pay for your Naira related, but I mean, that doesn't make sense. You can as well create a Naira ad account, a Naira prepaid ad account. So that's the solution. Either that or get a dumb card. Most virtual cards are not working. I don't even know the ones that are working currently. I personally use a dumb card. Okay, Laoye says the $5 and $1 example you cited. Please, should I focus the $5 on cold ad and $1 for the warm ads? Exactly, that's what to do. So there's actually a ratio, right? A percentage split. I do 80% for cold ads, 20% for warm ads. Now, if I'm going technical, this is how it actually works. And this is for people that have gone in-depth into Facebook ads. I do roughly 70% for cold ads, 20% for warm ads, and 10% for retargeting hot audience. Breaking that down, cold ads are shown to people who do not know you at all. You are trying to reach new people. So you show your ads to them. 70% of the budget goes there. Your warm ad that takes 20% are people who know you, who have interacted with you. So we're talking about your email list, people who have liked your post on Instagram, on Facebook, and all of them. You put all of them in one campaign, and then that's 20%. The last level, 10%, is for people who have landed on your sales page. So you're reminding them to come back to buy. So that's the split, Laoye. Yeah, Favor, you are welcome. Payment option does not give the Naira MasterCard option. What do I do? That probably means that you either set up the Naira account the wrong way, or you unfortunately created it before the pay you option. So you have to create a new one, unfortunately. Now, the Naira MasterCard, when you say Naira MasterCard, it is actually called, it's pay you. That's what it shows as. It shows as pay you, one green sort of icon beside it. So that's what that actually shows. That they don't write Naira MasterCard or whatever. So it shows as pay you. For some, it shows D local or something like that. So yeah. What account would you advise, dollar or Naira? The objective option for the Naira account retains the old ones while the dollar shows new ones. Does it matter? So in the past, I was against Naira because I was running ads on Naira, the exact same ads I was running on dollars, and it was not turning out well. It was just terrible. But I did not give up. I actually kept building up my Naira accounts. Long story short, Naira account, dollar account doesn't matter. In terms of your interface, so Facebook is rolling out the interface like gradually. For example, the account I showed you guys to show the location stuff, it's a dollar account, but it still has the old interface. On the other hand, I have another account completely different. It's a Naira account actually, and it has the new interface. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Whatever option it is works. Okay, Olu says more light on Naira prepaid accounts. Okay. All right, let's do this. Give me a second. I just want to quickly show you guys what that looks like. We still have a bit of time, and I mean, it's going to really help people. Give me a second. Okay, so just quickly running through, this is the back end of this is my business manager account. If you don't have a business manager account, create one. Let's see, trying to share my screen, hold on. Tito, I think you would have to help push the shared screen. There you go. Perfect. So this is my business manager account. To create a Naira ad account, once it's time to create, you click on add and you click on add a new ad account. Okay. Then they would, sorry, not add, it's supposed to be create. Sorry, it's because this is an active account. This is an inactive account. That's why it's showing that. Let's pick another one. Let's pick an active one. Okay, so create a new ad account. There you go. So it's going to ask for your account name. You enter the name of account, and this is where the important aspect is. You enter the Africa Lagos time zone, and then you enter NGN as your currency. It might default to something else. Please scroll down to you reach NGN, which is Naira, and then you create the account. Once you're done with that, it's going to ask you to enter the payment method. Do not enter the payment method through this option. You want to actually open the ad account itself. I'm going to do that now. You want to open the ad account itself and select, okay, great. This is an active Naira account. Select billing. Again, just follow exactly what I'm doing. Select billing, click on add funds, and then the option is going to show up Naira payments with MasterCard pay you. Enter your number, blah, blah, blah. If you open this and you don't see this green option, reload the whole page. It tends to pop back up when you do that, and that's pretty much it. Once you do that, you can see I can easily fund my accounts in Naira. So that's 2,000 Naira. I click on add funds. It takes me to another site, and then you use your normal Naira card. Something important, right now, my GTB card, my corporate GTB card is not working. So it's not every time all your Naira cards would work. So that's just a bank issue. Simply just switch to another card, and then you enter the details, and that's pretty much it. It's super easy, actually. It's super easy. I'm going to make a video on it later. So next question, we have just a bit of time left. I have run ads on Instagram with form that I was meant to collect the details. The ad was running. I never received any follower on Instagram with their details. Was there something I did wrong? So I don't know of an option to generate. The only form option I know is lead ads, and that is through Facebook. That's through the Facebook ads interface, Meta ads interface. So I don't really know. As for receive any follower, if you're going to run ads to get followers, you should select profile view, and then on the ad, on the post itself, you should actually tell people to follow you after giving out value. That's how you're going to get people to follow you. Okay, next question. Gabriel says lead objective is the new allows you to send traffic to website, while lead in the old will not give option of sending traffic to websites. Yes, exactly. So that's one of the new things that Audax changed. Audax is the new Facebook ads objective, whatever. So they categorized it differently. Lead ads doesn't mean what it meant before. Lead now means generating leads. Whether you're generating the leads through Messenger, through WhatsApp, through website, through instant form, whatever the option is, it's leads, which is why it is now categorized under that. But the sales option, that one now contains just things related to sales. So yeah. Any tips for targeting Nigerians in diaspora? Ada, you skipped that, by the way. Well, to target Nigerians in diaspora, you target the country itself, let's say US, for example, then you target things that a Nigerian would be interested in. For example, I probably would target something like, I'll select US as the country, then I start targeting things like Buhari or Davido and stuff like that. Then you also have things like expats. You can target expats. That's another option. Uduak says, how do you open a prepaid card? So I'm going to answer it in two phases. If you mean an actual prepaid card, you can walk into a bank and get a prepaid card. For example, I have a UBA prepaid card. If you mean a prepaid Naira ad account, I already showed that before. So you can watch the replay of this video. Does the same principle work when targeting buyers abroad? Any ad set tips for when targeting international audience? I mean, the targeting is usually not the problem. The problem is the whole strategy behind it. Nigerians are different from Obodo Igbo people. So when you're targeting foreigners, except you are doing e-commerce, you have to set up an actual funnel with the whole landing page and lots of testimonials and results and stuff like that. So it's the actual general strategy that you need to work on. In creating a new account, do you need to change the name you have been using? Honestly, no. But the name depends on whatever you want. It's whatever you want it to be. I would just advise you to create the name in such a way that you can actually recognize it. That's it. So maybe if you were using Fresh Mom before as your first ad account name, I'm using your appellation, you can just select, you can write Fresh Mom new ad accounts as the new name. That way you know which ad accounts you are using so you don't mix them up. Naima says, how do you run retargeting ad? That's easy. First thing you need is a pixel. You need your pixel set up on the website or the landing page, as the case may be, so it can start tracking visitor. Second step is to create, by the way, I know I expect you to actually Google and research everything I'm saying. Second step is to create a custom audience of those people, the people that have been tracked with a pixel, based on things like maybe people that visited in the last 30 days, in the last 7 days, as the case may be. Third step is to create your ad, and then under the targeting option, you select that custom audience that you created. And that's pretty much it. Steven says, my personal profile was banned from running ads. What will you advise I do? Get your relative or friend's profile on a new laptop and use it to run ads. That's the shortest answer I can give you. You would also need to create new pages, new everything. Actually, it's a bit of a hassle. So let's assume you want to do it from scratch. You don't have anybody to get another account from. Let me just breeze through what you need to do. First thing you need to do is get a new laptop, new payments method, new page, new internet access, new everything. Then you create a new profile, warm the profile up, add people up and all of that, and then you'll be able to use it. How can one run ads like Amazon affiliate marketing? Is it best with? That's not a complete question, Ngozi. Okay, next question. I ran an ad on Facebook and chose Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds, but it seems only people, and I did a video on this recently. Did I miss anything? So this is how it works. Facebook, when you set up ads, Facebook's job is to optimize for the lowest cost per result. Usually when running ads, they measure by impression, right? That's per 1,000 impressions. So how much is it? Now, Facebook has more people than Instagram, which automatically means that the pool of people on Facebook are more. which leads us to the fact that advertising on Facebook is cheaper than on Instagram. So when Facebook sees that advertising on Facebook is cheaper than advertising on Instagram, they are going to move most of your budgets to Facebook so that you can get cheaper cost per result. That's the mindset. So if you want your ads to show on Facebook and Instagram, create two different ad sets and target Facebook in one, Instagram in one. That's the easiest way. Or just target Instagram alone. But if you put both of them and you want Facebook to actually show to both of them equally, it's not going to work. You need to have two different ad sets. So let's take one more question before we wrap up. If you have a smaller number of followers below 200, does this affect the size of your ads budget? No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. But if you're selling digital products, here's what I usually advise. Try to get your follower numbers a bit up. Run ads through Instagram to increase your number of followers. But that aside, it doesn't affect anything at all. If you're actually giving good value, if you set up your landing page very well, everything is perfectly set up and all of that, you don't have to worry about your follower size. I mean, some people run ads from Facebook, the ads show on Instagram, but they don't even have an Instagram page at all. So it's really not a problem. It is not a problem at all. Okay, so that's pretty much it from my end. Abu, sorry you came late. There's actually going to be a replay, so totally not a problem. Okay, let's quickly just answer Ungozi. Ungozi said, is Amazon affiliate marketing ad best with websites? So I kind of tilt towards search engine optimization for Amazon affiliates marketing, not ads, to be very honest with you, because it can get super expensive. So by default, I just do search engine optimization, creating blog posts related to it and then ranking them. So yeah, Tito, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Namola. That was a very insightful session. I myself, I learned a couple of things from the
You
questions,
are welcome.
from the session itself. Talk about how poor audience targeting, research and selecting the right demographic, a lot of things. You gave us like I think 10 items, and it was really insightful. Thank you very much for this and also answering the questions. Please, I would like us to show our appreciation. You can go follow him on Instagram and just in the comment section just today, just let's say thank you, Damola. So I look forward to seeing our comments. Thank you very much, Damola. Enjoy the rest
You
of
are
your
welcome.
evening.
Super glad to be here. I definitely had a great time answering the questions, and I hope you guys got a lot of value. That's the important aspect, which is why I spent more time on the Q&A. I wanted people to be able to bring their actual problems instead of just teaching and teaching and teaching. So I really, really hope you got a lot of value from the Q&A session.
Yeah, that's really thoughtful. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You are
right.
welcome.
Enjoy the
Wish
rest
you
of
all
the
a
day.
good night. Take care.
Yeah, some people will not sleep. They'll go and practice all that you have said. And
Not a problem, as it should be. Abiodun, Ernest, Victoria, Fresh Mom, Abu. Thank you too. Thanks for showing up. Chiwendu, good to have you here. Thanks for showing up. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Have a lovely night and a lovely weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone that tuned in. Just a quick reminder, a quick recap. If you haven't signed up on Selar, I mean, now is the time. That's if you have not, and you must ensure all the things that Damola spoke about. Seller gives you access to creating good landing and sales pages, and it's very easy. You can actually create a landing and sales page or landing or sales page for your business, for your digital content, for your digital products, for your ebook, for whatever you're doing. Under 5 minutes with the Seller landing page. So you should check out www.selar.co. And it's as easy as dragging and dropping. You don't need to write any codes. You can just do it as simple as that. And you can also add Facebook Pixel. The Facebook Pixel that he was talking about, you can also integrate it to your Seller landing page. And it's just going to give you a whole load of benefits, right? So I also need to mention that if you registered for this webinar, the replay is going to be sent to your mail. So ensure that you are checking and ensure that you register on seller.co if you haven't registered by now. And I believe it will be unfair to us, unfair to you, after having this much value for free, that you do not now register on seller.co. So please do yourself a favor and do us a favor, do yourself a favor, because we're trying to, take the digital creator economy of Africa to the next level. So ensure that you are one of those creators that are actually breaking grounds and moving forward in the digital creator economy. So that's about that. I think I've said all I had to say, and I just want to wish everybody a wonderful night. If you are streaming from a country that you are probably not, this is not your night time, we wish you a wonderful morning. And let's ensure that all the things that Damola spoke about, all the lessons that we learned, all the mistakes that he highlighted that people often make, let these meetings set us apart from the others that are struggling with Facebook ads and take the value wherever you go. So thank you guys very much. I remain Tito Wachoko representing Selar, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Till we have another webinar, which will be very soon, because Selar always has a lot of webinars. We're always giving value. So till we meet again, do enjoy the rest of your night. God bless you.